All right, hey guys, it's John with Buckle Up with John Buckle again. This is Kim, like we've seen before, and this is my other buddy Thomas Beatty. He will start out with giving his podcast name,
Um, I haven't really started it yet, but it's going to be called Naptown Sports Talk.
and so we're gonna start out the now, and I'll just kind of be going with the flow with Thomas as he brings up other subjects. So right now with Indiana college football. Man, on Saturday, they won a big one. They won a really big one. I wasn't there to see the entire thing. I saw like third and fourth quarter, but I heard it was a really good game. Thomas, what do you want to say?
I didn't watch it either. Unfortunately, I had work that evening, but when I got home right as the ending of the fourth quarter began, but periodically over the course of the night, I periodically checked in on the scores.
Yeah, they from what I heard, they all season long, anyways. From what I've heard, is they would use their running game. Their running game wasn't really working through the first half, and third and fourth quarter they finally passed a lot, and they had a really gigantic, like huge play in third or fourth quarter. It was one of the two, and I'm not sure who that wide receiver was that actually got the touchdown for us, but
Elijah Sherratt.
that's okay. So Thomas knows, but that was a huge play. I wish I knew more.
I would slightly
I
disagree. Yes, the touchdown was big, but that third and six at the end of the game, that's what sealed it. Basically the long pass to Charlie Becker.
Yeah.
That was a
Um,
gutsy call because that could have completely swapped everything. And
yeah, there was.
real quick I want to mention I have seen on so many social media pages Ohio State fans stating that if they had just hit that field goal, Ohio State would have won the game. People keep forgetting Indiana was trying to get that yardage to run the clock down. If Indiana knew that they had to get a field goal or a touchdown, they would have ran the clock down and gotten in the field goal range to kick the game-winning field goal or the game-winning touchdown. So Ohio State fans pumped the brakes. You're not guaranteed to win this game. Although I guarantee a lot of Ohio State fans are saying, well, the last time we won the national championship, we lost to Michigan in the regular season, so we'll probably win the national championship this year. So let's pump the brakes because IU was their first real competition. I mean, we literally sacked their quarterback 5 times. It's the first time he's ever been sacked that much in a game.
Yeah, so what I also want to say, so I've heard from not just Thomas, maybe from Thomas this whole time, or just many other fans, Indiana fans in general. Ohio State fans are nuts, but there's a lot more fans that are just as crazy as Ohio State fans. So that was a huge win for Indiana football.
Oh, we were the underdogs that everyone was rooting for because I
Mm.
just heard a couple days ago that there was a big schedule. There was a big poll that went on. I don't know if you've ever seen the footages of the maps for like the World Series or the NBA championship where you show the
Hmm.
entire United States and
Hmm.
portions of the United States are certain colors for certain teams. The majority of
Yeah.
them were for IU, and I even talked to a Purdue fan at my work, and they were even root for Indiana. Because there's one thing that Indiana fans and Purdue fans can agree on is that they both hate Ohio State.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that is so true.
Yes, sir. So, if anybody doesn't have anything else to say about that, we're gonna let Thomas do his thing. What's the next subject, Tom?
Sticking with IU football, we're going to move on to Fernando Mendoza, the Indiana Hoosiers starting quarterback. This coming Saturday will be the Heisman Trophy presentation, and there are 4 finalists for the Heisman Trophy this year. You got, let me look it up here. The first finalist is Diego Paiva, the quarterback from Vanderbilt. The second finalist is Jeremiah Love. He, of course, is the running back from Notre Dame. The third finalist, my bad, is Julian Saying, the quarterback from Ohio State. And then, of course, the fourth one is Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback from IU. So we have two
Yes. Yep.
Indiana college athletes that are going to be in New York for the Heisman committee, where one of them will be receiving the Heisman Trophy. And it looks like betting on favorite is that it's going to be Fernando Mendoza that's going to win the Heisman Trophy, which that'll make him the first Indiana Hoosier ever to win the Heisman Trophy. Also, he will be the first Cuban American to win the Heisman Trophy. I did not know
Wow.
that. He is actually part Cuban.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
actually going to say something about him because his first and last name does not sound American at all. So,
Anything, I kind
um,
of see that. But, so yeah, the college football playoffs does not start this coming week. It starts the following week, which, of course, for IU, we have a bye. So the first IU game will be, I believe, the following week.
okay.
Because this will be the first round matchups, which of course will be Ole Miss and Tulane, Oregon and James Madison, Alabama and Oklahoma, and then the final one is, I believe, it's not Georgia, Texas Tech, Texas A&M, Georgia, Ohio State, and IU all have first round byes.
God dang. All right. Wow.
IU plays the winner of the Alabama Oklahoma game.
Okay.
Who?
Oh, now I remember who it
Hmm.
is. It's Miami and it's another school I like. I think it. No, it's Texas Tech that's in the. It's Texas A&M and Miami. Texas.
Gotcha.
It's IU. IU is number 1. Ohio State's number 2. Georgia was number 3. Texas Tech was number 4. Texas A&M was number 5. Oregon was number 7. Ole Miss was number 8. 9 was or Oklahoma was number 8. Alabama was number 9. Miami was number 10. 11 was Tulane, and 12 was James Madison.
Okay. And that's the Rose Bowl is next weekend?
I think the Rose Bowl is the week after because it's one of the
Okay.
semifinal playoff games.
Okay.
I have my
You have
computer.
anything you want to say too, Kim? Anything yet?
Nothing yet.
All right.
The Rose
Think
I
Bowl.
just
he's.
know that IU is going to win every single game, no matter what.
I hope so.
I'm conflicted of the first round matchup between Oklahoma and Alabama because I do not like any of them, either of those teams.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I used to be a Boilermaker fan, but now I'm an IU fan because Purdue is sucking this year.
Well, Purdue sucks in football. They are actually good in basketball.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're good at doing something.
Because keep in mind, they did 2 years ago make it to the national championship game.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And
the Rose Bowl is this week. Oh no, hold up. Oh yeah. Rose Bowl is the week after
Okay.
Thursday, and
Okay.
it is IU is going to be playing there. It's the IU versus the winner of Oklahoma, Alabama.
Okay.
okay.
I'll have to rewatch this video to actually know, or even just go on my score app. Either way. Anyways,
But
are we done?
Ohio State fans are really
They're
crude
annoying.
and little
Mm-hmm.
like obnoxious.
That's the other
No,
reason why
they're.
I don't like Alabama fans.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are we switching to another one, or are we?
We are going to be sticking with college football, except now as we're going to be talking about the playoffs, because one thing that a lot of people and a lot of subjects has been brought up, both on the national media as well as other podcasts across both YouTube and Spotify. There is a big discussion happening on whether the college football landscape should change. The rules
Oh
are
damn.
new rules are taking effect next year, but for this year, they kind of screwed over Notre Dame because they, of course, are on the outside looking in, and they also announced that they are not going to be participating in any bowl game.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's just sucky.
Wow.
Well, it's not that they're not invited to any bowl games; they're invited to bowl games. They just don't want to participate in the bowl games because none of those bowl games have to do with the college football playoffs. They believe they should
Oh.
be. They believe they should have been invited into the college football playoffs to compete for the national championship.
Hmm. Okay.
And
That's good
there's
to
been a
know.
lot of conflicting things I've seen on social media on television on national television about how some people are thinking that Notre Dame are crybabies and they should still participate in a bowl game even if they're not gonna even if it doesn't result in a championship, they'll still get a trophy. Others actually back them up, which the majority of them have backed them up.
Well,
Hmm.
my best friend is a Notre Dame fan, and when they lose, she gets all angry and hostile and pissed off. She gets.
Well, she probably did not get pissed off in the second half because they literally went on a 10-game winning streak to close out the season.
Oh, well.
They lost their first two games, and the only reason why they got kicked, the only reason why they were basically knocked out of the college football playoffs was because earlier in the year they played Miami, and Miami beat them. So when Miami and
Oh.
Notre Dame finished with it is real confusing. Miami and Notre Dame finished with the exact same record, and Notre Dame. But here's the thing, and yeah, Miami had the tiebreaker. You'd think that over the course of the last several weeks of the college football regular season that Miami would be ranked above Notre Dame, but it was in fact the exact opposite. Notre Dame was always ranked above Miami.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, like
Crazy.
Notre Dame was ranked number 10 and Miami was I think 12. Now Notre Dame's 13 and Miami's 10.
That's a little confusing. Yeah.
Yes, that's why a lot of people
It.
were really upset about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's sounds like a freaking crazy.
It's been crazy because they're trying to figure out the NCAA is trying to get college football to how March Madness is every year.
Yeah. It's.
Problem is though is that in college football they have 12 teams. In March Madness there's 64 teams.
Yeah.
So the likelihood
Wow.
of a team being left out is very very rare.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And one thing that
Very
college
real.
football is thinking about doing is actually expanding again, going from 12 teams to 16 teams.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
It's a
And
lot.
Notre Dame
Yeah.
is actually threatening. Well, they're not really threatening because they haven't really gotten any reports out, but it seems like right now Notre Dame has been playing a lot of their, even though they're ranked. Of course, if you ever play NCAA college football 26, you'll see Notre Dame ranked as an independent school. Well, they do collaborations with the ACC. That's the reason why they play a lot of ACC teams every year. Well, they're thinking about stopping playing with ACC and joining a different league.
Hmm.
They've been
Hmm.
rumored to possibly be joining either the Big Ten or the SEC. I personally would love for them to go to the SEC and just start kicking the crap out of
That
Yeah.
would be nice to see.
Because
That would actually be really nice.
they would be playing Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, LSU, Texas, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Missouri. I think, yeah, they would also be playing Kentucky and Vanderbilt. And Ole Miss and Mississippi State. SEC has just gotten big. Same thing with Big Ten and the Big 12.
Wow.
But I wouldn't mind them coming to the Big Ten either, because then we can just dominate it all Indiana style. It'd be IU, Purdue, and Notre Dame. I wouldn't mind them
Yeah,
going.
that'd
I
be-
wouldn't mind them to come in. I wouldn't mind them coming to the Big Ten. That way we can just knock out Ohio State and just be IU and Notre Dame every year in the Big Ten championship.
Yep.
Ohio State can watch from the freaking
Yeah.
sidelines.
I'd like that, honestly. I would not have to hear Ohio State fans,
Well,
you
here's the
know,
thing.
do.
I didn't like Ohio State because they always kicked the crap out of IU in basketball when IU was actually good.
Mm-hmm.
When I was watching college football, and keep in mind, I started getting into college sports at the worst possible time because I got in.
Oh my God.
I joined right in the beginning of the ending of the 2010s, so 2009, 2008, or 2009, 2010. IU football and basketball sucked. Purdue basketball and football sucked. Notre Dame basketball and football sucked. Butler was not the big name that it was. No school was competitive in any collegiate sport. So I had to go outside of the state, and that's why I became an Oklahoma State football fan,
Mhm.
which confuses the crap out of people because people, when I say I'm a Cowboys fan, they instantly think, oh, you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. No, I'm an Oklahoma State Cowboys fan. There's a big difference. One's in Texas, the other one's in
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yep.
And I jumped on the Ohio State and I jumped on the Oklahoma State bandwagon real at the perfect time too, because the second year they were I was rooting for them. They actually finished second in the national championship rankings, and they weren't supposed to
I
be
just
there.
I gotta say one thing though before we either move on or stay on the same subject. We're about 3 minutes from being at 20 minutes for this podcast. So it's whatever you guys want to do. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to go too over. So
What's your limit? Like 30 minutes?
What? I'm sorry. Now what?
What's your limit?
I was hoping 20 minutes, but we can go over that, I guess,
Let's try
if you
30.
want to. 30? Okay.
So if we're gonna move on, then let's go on to another. Let's leave the college sports and let's go to the professional
Yeah.
sports world.
I wish I knew more about college, but you
I
got
can
me.
help you.
So
Let's
yeah.
go to
You're talking to
college
a
basketball.
person. You are talking to a person that has memorized all 124 collegiate sports teams.
Wow. All right. So what's the subject next?
We're staying in the football realm, but we're going to the NFL. The Indianapolis Colts
All right.
just signed 44-year-old Philip Rivers to the Colts practice squad.
I did hear you talking about that earlier when it wasn't obviously
Yep.
on here. I think that's a pretty decent response for the Colts, but at the same time,
A lot of people we're getting a lot of mixed reactions. Colts fans are I follow the Colts fan group on Reddit, and some of them are well, actually there's a lot of them are actually excited about this. Some of them think that Colts are crazy. Literally, Philip Rivers is a grandpa.
yeah,
He
he
literally
is.
Philip Rivers has a son that's the same age as Anthony Richardson.
Oh my gosh.
Anthony Richardson's
Jeez.
24 years old.
What?
Philip Rivers has a son that's 24 years old, or a kid, one of them.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a decent pickup. But
I'm
at the
actually
same
excited
time,
for it because the last time the Colts made the playoffs was with Philip Rivers.
I do want to say
That was
though,
in
in terms
2020.
of yeah, I do want to say though, in terms of the Colts, I still really wish they'd get rid of Anthony Richardson, but they're probably going to. I think they're going to
I
probably
think we
start
are
with
going to get rid of him, or just have to trade him.
yeah.
And we're
That's
See,
what
not.
I've
I
heard
liked
in rumors.
I liked Anthony Richardson.
I did too coming into the league because there's a stigma around the Colts that I kind of didn't like, and that was that the Colts never have a quarterback that can run with the football. Meanwhile, we look at all the other teams across the NFL. You got Lamar Jackson with the Ravens. You got Jalen Hurts with the Eagles. You got
Yeah.
Patrick
And the
Mahomes
Eagles
with the
fans are
Chiefs.
just crazy.
Oh no, you are completely wrong. It is not the Eagles fans.
Oh,
It is those damn Cowboys fans. I
Oh
should
oh
know.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I should know. I have a cousin who is a Cowboys fan.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
You're
considering,
you're
and
talking
I'm
about
guessing a lot.
you're talking about
Go
a
ahead.
fan base that believes them and the Steelers. Uh, you're talking about two fan bases that believe they're going to go to the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, and they never do.
Nope, Cowboys always blow it.
Yeah. If you're a, are you familiar with Stephen A. Smith? Kim.
no.
He is a
Massive
he.
Cowboys hater.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
he has stated in general he doesn't hate the Cowboys players. He just can't stand their fans, and I completely
Oh
understand.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. They.
You're
From
talking about
what from.
a fan base that when they built their old arena and they could not the arena was supposed to have a retractable roof, but they couldn't do it quick enough because they weren't going to have it ready in time. So they left a big giant hole, and the owner at the time said it was perfect. It was perfect because that would mean that God can watch his favorite football teams. Like, how arrogant can you think that God is a Cowboys fan? Also, you call yourself America's team? Last time I checked, all 32 NFL teams play their football games in the
I
United States.
that's what's funny about the Cowboys. I've really never understood why they call themselves
I just,
America's team.
oh, I do. They're arrogant. They're just like Alabama fans. They think they're going to win the national championship every year.
Yeah. So Philip Rivers, he's signing a three. You said 3-year contract.
He has. It's not a lot. We don't know. I do not know. Nor has there been any reports on how long the term
Okay.
limit is. I believe it's just for the
Okay.
remainder of this season,
Yeah, probably.
which is just 4 games. That's if we don't miss out on the playoffs. Right now, we are literally
Yeah.
one. We are one win away from being. We are one win away from outside of the playoffs right now.
Okay. Okay. So 4 games before the playoffs even take place, I don't even think that Riley Leonard is going to get any playing
He
time.
has a PCL strain.
What
He's
does that
hurt.
mean? Yeah.
He's
Okay.
he's weak. He's listed as week to week.
So I mean, regardless, we have a lot of players that
That's
are.
the reason why we're going with. That's the reason why we contacted Philip Rivers in the first place. Was because
Yeah.
because Jones is out for the entire rest of the year with a torn Achilles. Riley Leonard has a PCL injury, PCL strain, and Anthony Richardson still has not cleared IR. So we have other than starting Brent Ripon or Rippin, or how do you pronounce his last name, which I do not want us going to him. I've watched him when he was on the Bengals. He sucks. He's literally
Wow.
has been a backup on multiple NFL teams and has hardly gotten any playing time.
Like I said, I really want to see Philip Rivers
I want him to come
play.
back and do the impossible and take us to the playoffs.
Mm-mm. That's what I like too. But as far as Riley Leonard, he just needs to be our backup, which is I think what's going to happen anyways. And as far as Richardson goes,
The
he's
only
as injury prone as.
what I think is going to happen is we are going to bring back Daniel Jones. Thankfully, maybe a good thing. Due to his injury, we can now get him on the cheap side instead of having to pay him a ton of money like we originally were going to have to.
Oh yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah. But
Leonard's no doubt about it. Riley Leonard's going to be the backup. Rivers is probably going to be let go after this year and probably go back into retirement after this year. And then Richardson will probably trade him away and get something for him. What it is, I have no idea. I definitely know we're not getting a first round draft pick for him. Don't even try to get that.
see, I don't even want to. My thinking is, if I were the GM, I don't think I'd even get anything back like from
Speaking of the
trading
GM,
Richardson.
I keep once again these moronic Colts fans are coming out of the woodwork saying, "Oh, Chris Ballard needs to be fired."
That's what I've been seeing too. I'm not so sure about that now, honestly.
You were on the bandwagon, though.
Yeah, I know. Until
Every single look at all the players he's drafted. Look at all the players he's brought to the team. Yes, I chalk this up to bad luck because when he took over the franchise, guess who was still on our team? Guess who was still our quarterback?
was the Andrew Luck?
Yes.
Yeah.
He came in here thinking, okay, all I have to do is build around Andrew Luck. And you know what he did? He built Andrew Luck and gave Andrew Luck the best O-line he probably had his entire career. And you know what happened to that team that year? We went to the playoffs and we kicked the crap out of the Houston Texans in the wild card round and made it to the divisional round where we lost to the Chiefs. That was in 2019. He thought, well, I'm going to be built. We have our franchise QB in Andrew Luck. I just got to build around him. So that's exactly what he did. He drafted Jonathan Taylor,
Yeah.
drafted Shaquille Leonard. He went traded for DeForest Buckner. He drafted Quentin Nelson. He drafted Braden Smith.
Well, I mean, now my thoughts are he is definitely not as worse as really
If
before.
anyone's going to leave, it's probably going to be Shane Steichen.
I was going to say Brian Gregson.
Look at all the players that Chris Ballard has drafted that's on our team. Zaire Franklin was a 7th round pick. He is now our leader of our linebacker corps. You got Kwity Paye and Laiatu Latu and Nick Cross and Jalen Jones and Jonathan Taylor and Quentin Nelson and Braden Smith and Matt Goncalves and Bernard Ryman and Tanner Bourne. I mean, literally, our entire O-line on our team right now were all players that Chris Ballard drafted. And not all of them were first-round picks. Quentin Nelson was the only one that was a first-round pick.
Came out of Notre Dame, too.
Yes. I wanted us that year to get both the Notre Dame O-linemen. Unfortunately, that didn't happen.
That's personally one thing I really like about
Tanner Bourne-Lee, we drafted him in the 4th round. Matt Goncalves and Braden Smith, we drafted them both in the 3rd round. Mm-hmm. Bernard Raymond, I think he might have been a 4th-round pick or a 5th-round pick, too. But they were all late-round picks. He hits on the picks. He knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to drafting rookies. Tyquan Lewis is another one. Justin Wally's another one. I can just go on and on of all the players he's brought on that have become good players.
All right, so I'm going to say we're about 3 minutes, maybe 3 minutes away from the 30-minute mark. Is there anything else we want to talk about, Thomas and or Kim or even me? I wanted to go on, but if Thomas still wants to be on Pro Sports, well, Colts therefore, we can still do that. But I'm just letting you guys know it's almost 30 minutes into this podcast.
I'm good.
All right. Well, so that all of us are good, right, Kim? You good, Kim?
Yep, I'm good.
All right. Again, this is John with Buckle Up with John Buckel. Kim on, I don't even know what that side. Okay, anyways, and this is
on the right
Thomas
side.
with. Yeah, sure. This is Thomas with. What'd you say it was? What'd you say your podcast thing is?
As I mentioned, I hadn't started it yet, but it will be called Naptown Sports Talk. I might start it on here with you.
All right. I am out. You guys, if you guys have any comments, leave them down here and give us some feedback. We're trying to improve, but
and if you want to keep listening to us, just like and subscribe.
Yep. Like and subscribe. All right, guys. I'm out. See you guys. I'll see you guys on my next podcast. Thanks.